All right, today we're diving into a huge question, one that pretty much everyone is asking right now. What's actually more valuable, having that college degree or having the skills to do the job? We're going to explore this growing gap between the two.
You know this moment. You've done it. You walked across the stage, you got the diploma, and then this question just hits you like a ton of bricks. You did everything you were supposed to do, right? But what's next? What does this piece of paper actually mean for your career? And as you're about to see, the answer, well, it's not what you think.
Okay, let's kick things off with a number that is just staggering. A recent survey found that 77% of young professionals say they learned more in their first 6 months on the job than they did in 4 years of college. Just let that sink in. I mean, that's wild, right? For more than 3/4 of graduates, their real education didn't even start until after they left campus.
And unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. 1 year out from graduation, 52% of recent grads are underemployed. That means over half of them are working jobs that don't even require the bachelor's degree they worked so hard for and paid so much to get.
So what about the people doing the hiring? What do they think? Well, this number is a real gut punch. A shocking 89% of HR managers have admitted they actively try to avoid hiring recent college graduates. And the reason is pretty simple. They just don't think grads have the real-world skills needed to do the job. It's incredible.
So you take all these numbers we just saw, and wow, the picture they paint is not great. It shows this massive disconnect between the world of education and the world of work. We're going to call this the degree dilemma.
And this really gets to the heart of it. We've always treated a diploma like it's the ultimate proof that you've mastered something. But more and more, it's just seen as a credential. It's a signal that, hey, you can stick with something for 4 years, but it's no guarantee you can actually perform on day one.
So that begs the question, right? Why? Why is there this huge gap between the credential you earn and the competence you need? Let's dig into what's really causing this mismatch.
You know, there's a fascinating contradiction here. A researcher named Peter Capellelli found that employers say they want things like critical thinking and problem solving, but their actions, they tell a completely different story. When it actually comes time to hire, they almost always pick the person with proven hands-on work experience. Theory is nice, but experience wins.
And look no further than STEM degrees for a perfect example of this. We tell everyone they're a direct ticket to a great tech career, right? Yet only 28% of STEM grads actually end up working in a STEM field. The huge majority, 72%, take their skills somewhere else entirely. And this feeling, it's everywhere. On one side, you have 3/4 of HR leaders saying colleges are flat out failing to prepare students. Then, on the other side, more than half of the graduates themselves say they felt totally unprepared for the working world. It's a crisis of confidence on both sides of the hiring table.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. It's a big one. So what do we do about it? Well, the first part of the solution isn't about changing the schools, actually. It's about changing our own mindset. It's about seeing your education in a completely new way.
This is it. This one idea is so incredibly powerful. For so long, we've all been taught to see graduation as the finish line. You cross it and you're done. But the most successful people out there, they know the diploma is just the starting gun. The real race, the one that matters, is just beginning.
Let's break it down. The destination mindset basically says, okay, my learning is finished, this diploma proves I'm an expert. That's a dead end. But the stepping stone mindset, that one says, my learning is just getting started. This degree proves I know how to learn. That one simple shift changes everything.
And here's the cool kind of paradoxical thing about real learning. Imagine everything you know is inside a circle. As that circle gets bigger, the edge of the circle, the part that touches everything you don't know, also gets longer. The more you learn, the more you realize just how much is still out there to discover.
Now, changing your own mindset is huge, but it's only half the battle. We also need our educational institutions to change. We need a new kind of education, one that's built for action from the ground up.
And just look at the difference here. The traditional path, that can mean 4, 5, even 6 years of theory, mountains of debt, and a whole lot of uncertainty. But this new action path, it's totally different. We're talking less than 2 years, totally skill-based, often way more affordable, and designed with one goal, making you job ready.
So what does this action model look like? Well, it's all about focusing on the skills and competencies employers are actually asking for. The programs are fast and you go at your own pace. And the curriculum, it's built hand in hand with companies in the industry. The whole philosophy is simple. Get in, get skilled, and get to work. And the results, with job placement rates near 100%, really speak for themselves. And this quote, this pretty much sums up the whole philosophy. You can plan and study and theorize all day long, but knowledge that just sits in a book is useless. Its value only comes alive when you apply it, when you turn it into action. All right, so let's bring this all home. What does this mean for you? Because whether you go the traditional route or a new one, the real power is in your hands. It's all about building what we'll call your resume of action.
Think about it. Your degree is just one line item. The rest of your resume, the part that really tells your story, is built from your actions. So, first, you have to seek out experience, internships, freelance gigs, personal projects, whatever it takes. Second, learn with a purpose. Take extra courses, find a mentor, read everything you can. And third, and maybe most importantly, just stay curious. Always be asking questions, always be ready to adapt. That's what proves you're competent.
In the end, it's this simple. A credential is the story that other people tell about you. Your actions are the story you tell about yourself. It's the sum of all those actions that truly defines who you are and what you can do. So the real question to leave you with is this: what will your actions say about you?